Hey, are you a trader that lacks clarity when it comes to the direction of the day? Now, I'll tell you this, by the end of this video or by the end of this live stream, you will be able to determine the direction of the day all by yourself on the Euro USD. So thank you. Thank you so much, whoever is joining right now. I greatly appreciate you taking your time every Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. my local time. If you're using the New York time, that's exactly at 1:30 a.m. I get onto these live streams to be able to share with you guys what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. Now, if you do not know, the Euro USD is the world's most traded pair. So many people love trading this particular pair, and for that same reason, it's the reason I always get onto these live streams to be able to share with you what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like. Now, for me to be able to do this, I use my 50% win rate, which enables me catch this direction of the day. So basically what I mean that it's for every 10 trades that I at least take, 5 of those trades always end up as winners. So and if you're out there, this is going to be the strategy that you use, or basically this is exactly how you're going to be doing this for you to be able to start making money in these live markets. Now, if you also happen to get some value from this particular live stream, remember to like the live stream, share it with someone, maybe a friend or colleague that lacks when it comes to you. By the end of this video or by the end of this stream, you will be able to determine exactly the direction of the day on the Euro USD. So right now, I greatly appreciate you taking your time and joining me every Monday to Friday as I try to share with you guys what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. So thank you. I appreciate you taking always your time and joining me every Monday to Friday. And for me, I'm someone who's been doing this for now more than 4 years. I've been trading. So trust me, I have a lot of experience when it comes to this. So if you've been looking for maybe a channel that you could always be following, or a channel where I share real content, from my experience, definitely you're in the right place, because I've been doing this, I believe, for a long time now, to be able to share with you what I've learned on my journey. So thank you. Thank you to whoever is joining right now. I appreciate you taking your time and joining me every Monday to Friday as I get onto these live streams to be able to share with you guys how I feel or what I feel about you, the direction of the day. So thank you. I greatly appreciate. I can see here, Saufala says, hello, bro. Hey, how are you? I greatly appreciate you getting onto these live streams with me as I share the direction of the day. I appreciate you joining me every Monday to Friday right here on the channel. I'm always here to share with you what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like. Now, for me to be able to share this direction of the day, there are quite a number of things I use to be able to share this direction of the day. And one of those things is basically the fundamental side of things. Now, when it comes to fundamentals, I'm not someone who trades fundamentals, but I like to use fundamentals in my trading simply because as I trade, maybe if I do have a trade on and these fundamentals are maybe to be dropping on that particular day, what I like to do is basically manage my trades through these fundamental news as they are dropping, especially the red folder news events. As they are dropping, what I like to do is basically, I like to manage my trades through these news events, because sometimes as you have a trade on, you might end up, losing or basically, price might end up taking you out and maybe sleeping you even more, because most of the times what happens as these news events drop, price tends to be volatile in the market. It might, come weak you out, and then it moves in the direction you early anticipated it to move into. So for you to avoid these kinds of, incidents or scenarios happening, what I like to do is basically manage my trades through these news events. So every morning, before I even get onto the chart, what I like to do is get right onto the this particular website called forexfactory.com, so that I'm able to see exactly the time these major fundamental news or basically the red folder news events are going to be dropping. So for today, which is 21st of October 2024, we can clearly see that there is no red folder news event. So basically, what this means for me is that even when I take a trade, I'm not going to be, worried of anything like maybe a news event happening. I will not be worried in any way or form. So basically, I'm going to be able to hold my trade through the day so that I'm able to actually, see it maybe hit TP or take me out in that sense. So basically, what I do, at least for those days that have a news event, number one, I like to come onto this website and get to know the time exactly the news event is going to be happening. So, for example, if it's 8:30 a.m. New York time, what I like to do is at least 5 minutes before this particular time or before the news drops, what I like to do is get onto the chart at least 5 minutes before the news event happens, and then I move my stop to break even. This way, even when that particular trend happens to go against me, I will not face that massive slippage that brokers usually tend to put in the market. So I will not get massively slipped, because sometimes as a day trader that I am, sometimes instead of maybe risking sometimes instead of maybe you might have predetermined to maybe risk 10 pips on that particular trade, and then because of this massive slippage, the broker might end up slipping you maybe 10 pips or 15 pips more than what you actually early anticipated to risk on that particular trade. So as a day trader, I highly recommend you actually manage your trades this way. This will enable you stay on top of your game, so that you happen to manage how you lose and win on your trade. So this is one tip I wanted to share with you. Now, in case you don't know exactly how to be able to filter this website to only show you red folder news events, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to come to this option right there, the filter option. So once you're there, you're able to select out only red folder news events. Now, for me, I selected red folder news events and bank holidays. And then when it comes to the event types, I like to know everything about the events happening, if they are red folder news events or bank holidays. And then when it comes to currencies, I'm someone who trades Euro USD, so I selected the Euro and the United States dollar right there. So once you've selected all this, then you come right here and apply filter right there. So basically, this is how you can do it for you to be able to stay on top of your game, so that you don't face those atrocities that come with maybe massive slippage as you happen to trade the market. So right now, without any further ado, let's get onto the chart to show you or share with you what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. So let's try and get onto the chart to show you exactly what I feel or what I think the direction of the day is going to be like. So this is what we have right there. Let me try and add one more indicator that I usually use as I trade. It is a very simple indicator. It's just this one that shows me fair value gaps in the market. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, when it comes to the strategy, it is a very simple strategy that I trade that I believe even a complete beginner, someone who's just starting out, if you do not have a strategy to trade, this is going to be a strategy that you're going to take home all by yourself and start maybe back testing it, so that you get some confidence and then start trading this same exact way that I trade this strategy. Now, when you see right here, this is it. So basically, the strategy, it is a strategy that uses price action from the previous day. Now, from that previous day, what I like to see is for price to, from the previous day, I like to look out for what I call areas of interest. Now, an area of interest can either be an order block, this can be maybe a fair value gap, or this might be maybe an equal high or equal low. So I like to look out for those from the previous day. So when we look at the chart right here from the previous day, which was this day right here, the 18th of October 2024, which was Friday, we can see there's an order block right here. So that's a good area of interest, though it's a bit of a long shot, especially considering this was the low of the day that was formed at around 1.08254. That was the low of the day. So basically from that low of the day, do we see any area of interest? Yes, we do. There's this order block right here. So most probably price would like to come, take out or run out any of the stops. Let me try and zoom in so that I put this right at the correct level. So what price usually likes to do is to come run out any of the stops resting below there. And then once price has done this, price then likes to move in the other opposite direction. So this is what I try. This is what I mean. So I would expect price to be below, and then once price has done this, I would expect it to reverse in the opposite direction. So basically, this is scenario number one that I would expect price to actually make. So price comes, takes out that level, or basically how you trade this strategy is that from those areas of interest, basically what ends up happening, price comes, taps into these areas, takes out any of the liquidity that might be resting around these levels or areas. And then once price has done this, it reverses in the other opposite direction. So scenario number one would be this. Price comes, takes out all any of the stock, it reverses in the other opposite direction. That's scenario number one. Remember, I'm someone who reacts to what price has done. I don't predetermine that this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I look at certain levels. These are key levels in a day that I know once price gets to these levels, then I expect it to, move in the other opposite direction. So this is level number one at 1.08210. So that level, it is a key level. I'll be closely monitoring it. Once price reaches that level and it takes it out, then I'll be hoping to go long for the day. Though this is a slightly longer short, so this might not happen, especially within the London session that I trade. So that's scenario number one. Then scenario number two is this level right here. So let me try and measure this right quick so that I see exactly. Let me see how this measurement is like. Okay, so scenario number two would be at this level right here. So I'll be closely monitoring price to come all the way up here, take out this. Let me try and zoom in. I'll be closely monitoring this for price comes, takes out this particular level at this order block right here. So once price has taken that out, then I'll be looking to go short. So I'm basically going to be reading if price actually gets to this level right here. If price gets to this level, takes out any of the stops resting above there level, then I monitor to see if I can be able to take a trade. Now, for me to be able to make an entry at any of these levels I've shared, once price gets to these levels, you can see that this right here, I've done this analysis on the on the 1 hour time frame, but when it comes to the entries, what I like to quickly come to the 5 minute time frame. I go to the 5 minute time frame, and this is where I make or take my executions from. So on the 5-minute time frame, what I like to look out is when price forms what I call an inversion fair value gap or an inverse fair value gap. This is when I actually take my entry, and basically when it comes to the stop loss, I use 10 pips as my stop, and then when it comes to the TP, I use 30 pips as my take profits. But I also like to squeeze this to be able to give me at least a 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio so that I'm able to make extra profits from the market. So basically, this is what I'm going to be looking out for in the market. So in the comments, you can let me know exactly what you think about this or what you feel about this analysis right here. I'll be gladly waiting to see exactly what your opinion could be about this. But this is basically what I'm going to be looking out for today, the 21st of October 2024. So in case you do have any questions, leave them right there in the comments. I'll be ready to answer some of those questions. And then also, guys, remember not to over risk. Don't go all in on your trades, because I know so many people out there that like to, live only for today with trading. If you want this to be a career that you pursue, or if you want this to be a long-term career, do not go all in on your trades. Try and minimize your risk appetite. Don't go all in on your trades. This is not gambling. This is real trading. When you're trading, you are a risk manager. So don't go all in on your trades, because this way you will be wiped out. I'm telling you, the market will wipe out all your funds from your account, and you will go back to zero. So do not be tempted. Don't get into those feelings, or basically do not have any kind of temptation that makes you think maybe today is when you become rich, or any of those kinds of thoughts. Or maybe some people, like after watching this live stream, they say, oh, Gani said once price gets to this level, I'll be going long or I'll be going short, so let me go all in, let me try and risk it all. That's not how real trading works. When it comes to trading, you must be able to risk very well through, managing your risk very well. So don't go all in on just one trade. Otherwise, you will end up blowing up your account. So basically, this is a word of advice to you. Hope you take it, because if you over risk, trust me, you will not stay long in this game. And then also, there are those minor mistakes people tend to make, like maybe when they're executing, instead of maybe pressing or tapping on the buy button, they instead tap on the sell button. So do not make such schoolboy mistakes, guys. Do not do this. Try and pay good attention to details so that you do not get into these kinds of mistakes. So yeah, so that's how you become profitable, guys. Hope you got some value from this. In case you did, please like this particular live stream as well. You can go ahead, subscribe, share this maybe with a friend or colleague that struggles when it comes to the direction of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you taking your time. I wish you a very good trading day. Bye.